Among King David's greatest warriors was a man whose name many people have never heard, yet his courage became legendary throughout Israel. His name was Benaiah, son of Jehoiada, a warrior whose faith was stronger than fear. King David surrounded himself with mighty men, warriors whose bravery defended the kingdom through countless battles. Among them, Benaiah stood apart not only because of his strength, but because of his unwavering trust in God. Stories of Benaiah spread across Israel. He never sought glory for himself, yet his courage inspired every soldier who marched beside him. The greatest tests of his life, however, were still to come. Israel's borders were never quiet. From the east came the Moabites, fierce warriors determined to challenge David's kingdom. Among them marched two champions, men whose strength and cruelty terrified even seasoned soldiers. The two champions stepped forward, mocking Israel and daring anyone to fight them. Fear spread through the ranks, but Benaiah did not move back. He stepped forward. Without hesitation, Benaiah struck first. Years of discipline, courage, and faith guided every movement. The mighty champion fell before the warrior of Israel. The second warrior charged with fury, stronger, faster, and blinded by revenge. He believed Benaiah had exhausted his strength. He was wrong. With one decisive strike, the second champion fell. Israel erupted in celebration, not because one man was stronger, but because God had once again given victory to those who trusted him. The fiercest battle of Benaiah's life would not be fought against an army. It would happen on a freezing winter day, far from the cheers of soldiers, where no one would witness his courage except God. Suddenly, the silence was broken. A deep roar echoed through the frozen valley. Looking ahead, Benaiah discovered a deep pit hidden beneath the snow. At its bottom stood a trapped lion. Most men would have turned away. There was nothing to gain by entering the pit, no reward, no applause. Yet Benaiah chose courage over comfort, trusting that God would guide every step. With complete confidence in God, Benaiah climbed down into the frozen pit. Every step brought him closer to danger, yet his faith remained stronger than his fear. At the bottom of the pit, warrior and lion stood only a few steps apart. Neither looked away. For one breathtaking moment, the wilderness became completely silent. The lion leaped. Benaiah moved with courage, skill, and unwavering faith. When the struggle ended, the mighty beast lay still. On that snowy day, God had once again given his servant victory. Years later, another enemy emerged. This time it was not a lion, but a towering Egyptian warrior. Armed with a massive spear like a weaver's beam, he challenged anyone brave enough to face him. Benaiah carried only a staff as he approached. To many, the battle looked impossible, but courage does not depend on the size of a weapon. It depends on the strength of one's faith. At the perfect moment, Benaiah struck. He seized the giant's own spear and used it to defeat him. The weapon meant to bring death became the instrument of victory. King David recognized Benaiah's extraordinary courage. Though he was not counted among the famous three, he was honored above many others and entrusted with great responsibility. After David's reign ended, King Solomon appointed Benaiah commander of Israel's army. The hidden warrior who had faithfully served God for years was finally entrusted with one of the kingdom's highest positions. Benaiah's greatest victories were never about fame. They were about faithfulness. He faced giants, lions, and impossible battles because he trusted the Lord. His story reminds us that God often prepares his servants in hidden places before calling them into greater purpose. Your greatest victory may begin with one act of courageous faith today. If Benaiah's story inspired you, remember that God still calls ordinary people to extraordinary faith. Subscribe to Dawn Bible Automation for more cinematic Bible stories that bring scripture to life. Which Bible hero should we animate next? Let us know in the comments. God bless you.